Alright, this video we're going to unbox the Vevor Cab 6 machine. It's pretty straightforward coming out of the box. You can add these things, pretty self-explanatory. I'm not the handiest guy in the world, and the biggest issue I have is the pump. You'll see that here in a second. And then the plumbing, and I mentioned that. I'll mention that again in a second. Other than that, we're going to run it through. We broke in the wheels with a agate. So it does a pretty good job. I left that scratch in there. But we're going to actually run some pieces and see. And I'm used to using the Genie Diamond Pacific. Here's some of the material we'll go through. We got some obsidian, we got some agates, some Zimbabwe's, really tough agates, and some Yellowstone moss agates. So really hard stuff. The obsidian's not too hard. And we'll give an honest assessment. Let's see what we think. Alright, this video is going to show you the Vevor cabbing machine. A couple things on the setup that I just didn't see anywhere in the directions or anything else. So I'll go over those real quick. Okay, the first issue was the plumbing for the back. These little things were really hard to get in, so if you actually remove the white thing, put that on first, then slide your hose on there, and then slide your clamp up from the back. That'll be easier. There might be a better way, but that worked for me. Second thing, the pump that comes didn't have any directions. You need to use this piece, make your life easier. The rest of the plumbing's pretty straightforward. And then just take this, plug that right in there. I'm gonna take these armrests, put those in first, and then you can put your sides of your tray on. So that was the main issue. And then of course, don't forget to install your wheels on the bottom, the pads, and then you can twist those up so you have a little bit of drainage heading towards the back. So that's all you have to do to set up your Vevor machine. Mine came with the wheels. They're out of order, so I'm going to take them off and put them in the right order because that's a steel metal one over here and one over there. And there's no directions telling me what colors they are. So I'm going to have to try and figure that out. But watch my next video and we'll go through the review of it. Thanks so much. So after about an hour, I would say for the price point for brand new with 6 new wheels, the diamond wheels are great. The 80 is super rough. It'll really grind down anything like an 80. The 220 wheel does a really good job. The 280 wheel, resin wheel, it's okay. It does the job. It's just not super aggressive. The 600 is perfect. The 1200 works great, and the 3000. So as far as overall, let me show you a few of the rocks I did. This was the first one that we used to break in the wheels, so it had scratches, but it has a good shine. But these Montana moss agates can be tough. This waterline one has a really good shine. Came out pretty good. Really good, actually. And I tried another challenging waterline that wasn't cut straight, just because it had some cool design to it. And it also came out pretty good. Then the Zimbabwe came out almost perfect. Great shine. So for the money, you're looking at, you know, not quite a third of the cost of a Genie from Diamond Pacific, but pretty close. Now, one thing I will say over the cons, if you will, this drip thing needs to be modified. You feel like you're at SeaWorld in the splash zone. You will get wet. So that could be adjusted some way. I'll figure out a way to do that. Coming out of the box, I was gonna move the wheels around, but I actually like having the grinding wheel on the end, so it gives me more room if I have a bigger piece. And same with the 220 wheel over here. It gives me a little more room if I have a bigger piece to grind. The only issue is when you get to the middle wheels, which is 280, you've got to stick to smaller pieces or something that's kind of fit in that spot there. But the 600 on the end, you've got lots of room to work out here. And same with the 12, you're stuck in the middle, and the 3 on the end. Other than just getting wet, and these things are pretty temperamental, you know, overall, I'm really happy with it. You know, considering the price point, considering that it's fairly easy to set up, didn't take a lot. The plumbing was a little off in the back, but it was minor. And I will say this as a knock against Diamond Pacific. So they have the little bubblers that come up. And my local gem club, we have 2 brand new machines, and we already have contamination on the 600 wheel. And it just happens. It just happens. And the nice thing about the overhead water system, even though this one's a little messy because this isn't very long, generally you're going to not ever have that cross contamination from grit from the water coming up. It's just going to drain out. So that I do really like about it. So there you have it, friends. This was not a paid endorsement. This is just somebody who has been wanting a capping machine for a really long time and just doesn't have the money to go the Diamond Pacific Cab King route. And honestly, I haven't used the Cab King, but I can say compared to Diamond Pacific to the Genie, this one, spacing's a little tight, but for the money you can definitely work around that for sure. So far pretty good, and I'll do another video later to follow up with after using it for a month or so. Thanks so much. Like and subscribe for more great content. God bless you.